Oh, yeah. Eagles wear boxing. Y'all know what's up. Read the title of the show. That's right. We back in here. Y'all see me. You see Eagles up in here. What's up with it? Huh? How y'all living? How you feeling? How's the family and everybody? Everybody good? Hopefully everybody's straight. 100% no hate. 100%. 100% no hate. Salute Eagle, salute Eagle. I see you, yes sir. Who's saying he couldn't wait to come in here, and hopefully he can start some more. He can start some trouble, because that's one of my troublemakers right there. Is y'all sir. Okay, now it says I got one up there now. I had a couple up there. I don't know what's going on with this whole my whole stream. I'm fighting with Streamlabs right now, because it's like I don't get support, man. I don't get answers back. You know what I mean? Like there's been times where I think they just really messed up the show, you know, by making the stream, you know, cut off and stuff like that. So I'm really beefing with them a little bit, because it's like, are you serious? Are you going to, you know, respond and answer? I just asked simple things, because I wanted to have a different format. You know, like far as my my live stream, but my live stream, it just looks the same. If you look at it on YouTube, it's nothing. It stands out as being Eagles wear, but it's like it's not standing out like the way I really want it to stand out. But hopefully we'll get there. Let me let me. Keith is blocking my Eagles web. I gotta shrink him down some. I don't even know why he's on there still. Come on, Eagle. When they ever do that, man, please. You know what it is, y'all, sir. Is that I'm noticing with you. This is what I'm noticing. What I notice with you is you're you're real, you're very calculating. See, and I like that. That's a good quality to have. You're very calculating. You're funny because you're very calculating. Because what you do, see, sir, and what you didn't think I know that you do, because you know I'm a psychologist. You should know that by now. So what I see you do is I see you. Like you'll pay attention to what's going on in the chat and you're listening to what Eagle's saying. You're like, oh, wait a minute, Eagle said this. Okay, somebody said that. Okay, boom. Now it's time for me to chime in. So let me hashtag my sarcasm right now. And then more or less that's what you do. Like if you see like something going on, like, oh, wait a minute, maybe I can add to that. Let me start a little bit more trouble. And then you just do that. I mean, it's all, like I said, it's all out of fun. It's okay. I mean, it's great because that's what we do up here in the Eagles Web Box, and that's what we do. We like to play on certain things and certain angles. Even if you look at the title of the show, you can see that we're going back. We're trying to have another discussion. And so the discussion is made more or less for my mods to understand it a lot more. I try to make it more intriguing for other people. You know, I want other people to actually like look and say, oh, what is that about? So it's, you know, so anytime I do that, it's trying. I'm trying to draw in a few other people. I don't do too much, you know. We should. Maybe we should. You guys need some. So I got to change my title. I'm gonna have to have like a different title so we can bring some people in. You guys can chop them up if you want to, because that's what you guys is going to end up doing. You guys going to end up chopping them pieces. So you guys I haven't fed you guys in a long time, or the spammers or the trolls have not fed you guys for a while. So it's about time. We're Wednesday, so maybe a Friday, you know, especially if it's not much on a Friday, like if we don't have much as far as in the way of fights coming up, yeah, why not? Why not do a Eagles shark fed festival? And all that takes is a certain title. You know, all I do is mention Bud or do something. If you know, so mention Bud, mention Canelo, and mention somebody else that everybody gets so butthurt about, because people. Shakir maybe, and maybe a few of them, and then just make a title that is very, you know, disturbing to them, but of course our meaning won't be what they think the meaning is, and that's what I like to do. If you guys ever notice, even on my dates, I don't like to use the date that they have. I use the day that they collect, like the 8. I put 8, but you see, I don't put February. I put beef. I just put beef. That's my February is beef this year. And I change them. Some of them I leave the same way, but most I change them because I don't. I'm not into months. I'm into, we go to bed, we wake up, and our next day has to be our most perfect day. And most of us can't live by that because we have so much other stuff dictating what we do. So we can't live. I mean, even if we try to, we'll try to wake up. I'm having my best day. There's always somebody out there with a wrench, or somebody's always out there to throw some, you know, throw shade or throw hammers or whatever at your happiness. I see you crying. Yeah, you know, I know your boy Raleigh getting knocked down by prospects in sparring. Yeah, you see that. You see what I have in the title, right? So that was just a play on words right there. I said Raleigh left in. So it's probably good that we have Keith down right now. So Raleigh left in. So it's probably good that we got Keith right there. So that helps out. That helps the storyline out. But you're way ahead. So you guys already see. You guys know already. You guys know Eagle. So you guys already know what to put. You guys already know. Hey, you see what happened? Nothing. Nothing gets past you guys, man. It's funny. You guys, there ain't nothing getting past y'all. Simple as that. So somebody thinks something getting past y'all is like, no, it's not getting past my guys that come in here. It might get past somebody else, but it ain't getting past my guys. My guys pay attention to everything. oh, Raleigh. And it's kind of, is it ironic or is it not? Or is it just kind of funny that we were just mentioning him, right? Think about this. We were just mentioning, and Brother D-Lo came in and he was, saying that, that the stability, as far as his mental stability, it just might not be something that he has. It just might not be. So we always got to look at that. So, and that's what we look at, and that's what I'm looking at. Oh, Raleigh. Can we just spend time talking about Raleigh like that? I don't. I really don't know. But maybe we can. It's kind of funny that we end up talking about Raleigh in the way, and see, we get stuck on it. I didn't really want to get stuck on it. I'm sitting here messing with this little clock. I just found some batteries for this little clock radio. So I said, why not use it? I don't know if it works. Oh, you hear it? Oh, shoot. Ain't really picking up no stations right now. So. You getting by with no problem. Oh, shoot. Yeah, you got a little box size radio. Not even box size. It's about the size. It's about the size. I put my credit card in front. Hopefully you guys don't see too much information. So, size of a credit card. It's a little bit thicker. But that's it. This is the size of a credit card, a little radio. I figure I'll take this when I go somewhere. So if I just go somewhere where there's no, it's just not convenient to bring too much. Bring my little radio. Listen to something. Yeah, people saying Tank broke the boy. Now I'm not gonna say that Tank broke him. So what you got to read into Raleigh is you're reading just the opposite of what he said. So when he was saying he exposed Tank, what he was saying is that Tank exposed him. See, when somebody doesn't have the mental capacity to, to judge, those things that are fantasy from reality, then you have to be the one with the discernment. So everything that he said, that how he exposes people, he's just letting you know that, hey, what he's letting you know is actually a cry for help. I'm actually crying for help. I need somebody to come help me. Somebody hold my hand, nurse me, make me. I'm a heavy puncher. I don't really have much of a chin. I don't have great defense, and I'm lacking a little bit in boxing skills. But I've already put myself into the top tier of boxing at my level. So if you put yourself at the top tier of boxing at your level, then it's really hard to just drop back down. I would say that case in point is Adrian Broner talked himself. He talked his way. I know a lot of people don't like that, but he talked his way into stardom, which we found out was just stardust. And people still want to make him star. What they want to do, they want to try to collect all the particles and put it back together as a star, but that's not going to happen. Whether you like him or not, it's just not going to happen, brother. So a lot of these guys, now we knew that he needed help, you see, but what happens is that we don't know where, or most of us, we don't know where you can get that help from. I would say a boxing professional manager, trainer / psychologist is what he really needs. I'm sorry to say that, folks, but somebody who's really good. So the person's going to have to be, think about it, it's just too heavy. You need more than one person. The person's going to have to be heavily into strategy, heavily into, the mental makeup of a fighter. He's not going to be able to spar with, he's not going to be able to fight for somebody who is, like in your face, in your chest. He's not going to be able to fight for somebody like that because he's going to have a meltdown and it's going to be over. I see my brother out there. Salute to Sir Flame out there. Sir Flame in the house, y'all. Sir Flame left. Sir Flame, everybody came in here saluting you. You wasn't nowhere around. Derek Bailey. I mean, who else? There's so many people came in the other day. I think you were here when Lala D, I think you left. Lala D finally ran into the Ryan O'Rourke. Oh my goodness, they was going at it, and we had some fun in here. They was really going at it. They didn't get the fur wasn't flying as much as it should have, but it was still entertaining at least. Sir Flame says salute to Eagles Web, salute to the chat. He said, and as always, he said, jab that like button on y'all neck. Don't get neck in Eagles Web boxing. You got the fire up good with the 100. Always got the glove. And don't forget about those things, brother. It's over. Y'all know what it is, though. But Sir Flame says salute to y'all, Sir Hussein. Sir Flame said, yeah, Raleigh got clipped with the same, with that Sam punch. Yeah, the Sam punch. Yeah, it's the Sam. It could be the same punch, but I like the Sam punch. To sit your ass. He got hit with the sit your ass down. Where's the sit your ass down? Let's see it. It's a little bit different. You understand? On our screens, it's a little bit different, but the result is the same. We're saying the same thing. And there it is. Oh, that's one. Okay, we had another one. Let me find another one. Why is that one up? I'm trying to find the right one. Nope. Oh, is this it? Yeah, that could be one. There we go. We'll use that one. Sit your monkey ass down. Sit your ass down. That's what you do. Sit your ass down. You ain't here on some bullshit. Sit your ass down, huh? Sit your ass. Yeah. So that's what it is. It's to sit your ass down. I think I like this one. We had another one, but hey, brother, I like this one. I changed it. You know what I'm saying? I got other clips. You know what I mean? Because we ran so much stuff. Hello, we've been doing this show for a while. Huh? Yeah, so, yeah, I like this one. This one is actually better. This one's making me laugh, man. This one is actually, I mean, this one is too much, y'all. So this is like over dramatizing. This one over dramatized the sit your ass down. So, Larry Holmes with the sit your ass down. The short left, I mean the short right and then the left. Sit your ass down. So that's what we're saying. So, Raleigh, sit your ass down. You end up getting to sit your ass down. I'm gonna have to play this. I'm gonna have to play this a few times every once in a while. When I get bored, I'm gonna have to play this one. Because I think the shit's funny the way the way he kind of stumbles and trips first before he falls down. Because he actually, if you watch him, he kind of ducked into it. Because he kind of ducked after the first punch. Watch. Just watch real quick. I'm going to just show it a little bit. So he ducks after the first punch. And so he ducks into it. And then he takes the next shot. I'm sick. Let me turn that off. Okay, let me get back. Let me get back to live action. I was still live action, but you guys got to deal with Eagle. Eagle's out of his mind sometimes. Yeah, the clipping. Yeah, you guys be way ahead of what I'm saying, and I'm glad, Sir Flame, that you guys are with me, because see, you guys know a lot. You guys know a lot more about me than other people, and so you guys read the title. You said, "Oh shit, Eagle's on it." I don't have to show no clips. Y'all already know what happened. But you guys understand why I write. When I do my titles, when we gonna have our discussion, you guys already know when you see certain stuff. Y'all seen that Raleigh left in, nothing but question marks. But we're gonna talk about the purse, and we talked about this before. But the thing is, so we're gonna get a little bit deeper into it. Yeah, we'll get a little bit deeper into it today. Because like I said, grown folks, it's layers. We have to resurface these topics, but we resurface them different than other people. Some people, they just cover it and they just keep covering the same thing over and over. No, we got to keep taking different steps, because that's what we do. We different. Yeah. Sir Fave said he skipped to the floor. Yeah, I don't know what kind of backward shit he was doing. Let's look at it again, brother. Because maybe I'm missing what you see. Shit. I kind of got a tear in my eye, man, because I wasn't really... I forgot, man. I forgot we had all this. I forgot that we had so much... I forgot that we had so many clips and stuff that we used to play. And believe it or not, we lost a lot of them, man, because of this upgrading with this Streamlabs. We lost a lot, but let's take one more look at it. So, no. Oh, this is another. I noticed something else too. I noticed something else that I neglected to mention this. On this sit your ass down, he said, look at it closer. At this sit your ass down, he said, F that, I'm gonna sit down, but then I'm gonna roll over. He rolled over and did the crybaby at the same time. Look. Oh, so pay attention. So I'm not going to play it no more. Hopefully I'm not going to play it no more. But anyway, yeah, he did the sit your ass down, and then he did the I'm going to roll over and do the crybaby. So he set his ass down, and then he rolled over and did the crybaby on top of that. That's a damn shame, brother. Yeah, but Sir said he skipped. Yeah, after Tate clipped him, you would think that wouldn't happen again. Yeah, see, the reason it happened in sparring, because Raleigh he's not there to learn. He's not there to learn, and the coaches aren't there to teach for some reason. Because that defensive, defensive cover for that hook should have already been taken care of. You know what I mean? For either hook, his defensive cover should have already been addressed. It should have been addressed while training mitts. While training mitts, or training somewhere, or just shadow boxing. It should have already been covered. Should have been cleaned up before he got into the ring. And you have to give this guy a reminder. This guy doesn't work like other people work. So this guy, he needs reminders of what not to do and what to do. Almost, and see, I don't want to say it like this to hurt people's feelings, and people go, oh, you mad, oh, you crazy, Eagle, and get mad at Eagle. So what Eagle's saying is that on a Forrest Gump type of level, where they used to hold up signs when he played football for him to stop, because he would run for a touchdown, he'd just keep going. They said, just keep running, just keep running. My name's Forrest Gump. Yep. I played football. I did a lot of running. Run, Forrest, run. Okay, Jenny. And Forrest just run. and he wouldn't come to the conclusion that, hey, I gotta think for myself. I gotta stop sometimes. That's why they never showed him with like a car, but he was handling a big boat, more or less a ship. There wasn't no boat, man. It's a small ship, or you can call it a big boat. Definitely was, because yachts are just ships. They not boats. 200, 300 and something feet. That's a ship. It's not. It's no longer a boat. I seen like one right next to my boss's rig. I was like, God dang, that's a big old boat. That's a big old. She said, yeah, that's. He said, ain't nothing. That thing ain't going down. It's nothing but steel, made out of nothing but steel. Just a monster. When you see a ship parked next to your boat, you know, hey, that's a monster right there. They should teach him to not to lunge in without leaving his dental fronts out there. Yeah, he needs the help. I can't help him. He's not the type of, like I said, when we explore you fighters out there, we're going from our perspective. And going from my not knowing perspective, I make myself seem like I know something, don't they? I make it seem like I know something even though I don't know shit. Because everything we talk about, like we've been building this story for years though. Our story usually, like we have to switch up. We have to go to another conversation. And hopefully I remember some of the past conversations and we get back into it. My guys in here, they're very studious and very meticulous when it comes to like certain events. We'll laugh and look at things the way that most of the general public that is interested in things that we're interested in will look and laugh the same way they do, but we understand there's something deeper about it. So there's always something deeper. And a lot of people just don't, they won't get it, they can't get it. And it's not up to us to have you to get it. If you just don't get it, then guess what, sir? You just don't, not Sir Flame, but I'm just saying, sir. Guess what, sir? You just don't get it. Because we got to look at the other sides of what's going on. Nobody wanted to look at the mentality of Raleigh. Nobody. Who brought that up in their streams? Nobody. That's the kind of stuff we talk about because we do grown folks. Because we be like, hey, we talk like the old school people. Hey, that child, something wrong with that child. And that's what they tell you. Something wrong with Eagle. Or something wrong with Sir Flame. Something wrong with Flame. That's before he was, because before he was Sir Flame. And before he was Mr. Flame. He was Baby Flame and then Boy Flame. Now he's Sir Flame. So, that's where we at. Our school of thought is that we still have people in here that's old enough to have respect for 60, 70, 80-year-olds, 90, whatever. At least when they were little. Grandma, great-grandma might have still been alive or something like that, when we were little. So we had like a touch. And like I said, that is actually has disappeared. I would say, let me see, to be honest, all the old school stuff has probably officially died with remnants that you would understand a little bit about old school stuff. I'm going to say like around 2000. If you were just a baby in 2000, no, you missed everything. But I'm just going to cut it short and say about 2000. So you went from 1900 to 2000. if you weren't in that era at all, then you missed a lot. Yeah, Surf Lane said, but all bullshit aside, his awkwardness makes him a problem, but he needs to learn how to use it like a manual. Surf Lane crying. Yeah. That's good. Those are good points. I would say that his awkwardness is exactly what you said. That he can't use it like Augustus. But what he can do, he has to use it his way. But further than that, he has to keep his ass out of trouble. Like you know, I got the power. A lot of people that just have power, they're like this. Their neck is stiff and straight up, and they're like this because they know they got the power, and everything they do is power. Even their neck, like all tensed up, like, oh, I got the fucking power. I'll take everybody out. They got that power. So, you know what would be, if he don't work on nothing else, he's kind of tall. Is if he just educated his jab. If he just educated his jab to move his feet a little bit, like pow, pow, like this stick you, and this angle the jab different ways, like angle the jab here, angle the jab there, fast and snap, and just like, just play off of that, just stay off of that, let somebody come in with the combinations and just slap shit down and move and boom. I mean, he can still keep some of the stiffness, but damn, just boom, just be more fluid. Because a lot of times when you fluid, when you're real fluid, you're not going to get caught up. But when you all stiff and shit, you all stiff, like Shane Mosley. When he got heavier, he got a little bit more jittery and stiff because he started, I think he started celebrating his power. Like, oh shit, I got this power. Like, and the shit didn't work against Mayweather. All that jittery shit. He caught Mayweather once, but then that was it. And that's all people can talk about is that he called him once during the fight. Y'all, sir, what are you doing? Did Miss Hussein call you back? Yeah, y'all, sir, that's my trouble. He come in starting so much problems all the time. Yeah, but a lot of times that's what happened. A lot of fighters is because they start respecting their own power that they start losing the fluidity of their boxing. Another fighter that people never discussed that about, I think Tommy Hearns did that when he was an excellent boxer. But when he started getting bigger, he just like relied on like, yeah, I take motherfuckers out. That's what I do. And you can't always do that. You should always just stay a boxer. Knock people out, but box their ass first. See what they're doing. Because they, especially when they find out that you can't take that much of a clip. If fighters find out that you can't, that if you get clipped, it's over with. That, you in trouble, baby. Just like Raleigh, you in trouble. Once they find out, if I clip them, it's over with. And so a lot of people even tried that against certain fighters. Like, you can't always, it doesn't always work because you go in there swinging for the fences, you might get clipped. But then you're turning boxing into something that is not. You know what I mean? You're turning boxing into something that is not. Yeah. And Tony Harrison, he's been running his mouth lately, though, but we'll see. But he's saying that he's going with Plant versus David Benavidez. He said it's going to be easier. Because a lot of people are seeing, well, like what I said. It's gonna be body. It's gonna be a lot of body action. I think Plant, if he can get to that body, he has a good chance of getting that dub. David Benavidez is gonna make that same puncher's mistake. Like I said, just don't make that kind of mistake. He's gonna make that same kind of mistake, thinking that, oh yeah, you chinny, or you already been out. Canelo put you out. I'm putting you out. He's going there with that mindset. So when you go in with that mindset, your game, there's no game plan. It's already no game plan. Yeah. Pac-Man trying to fight Conor Ben. Pac-Man better keep his ass retired, man. How didn't gave all his money to the Filipinos, and now you're trying to get that money back. Stop it, brother. Stop it. Okay, let's get into like the first part. Let's get into the real part of the topic for the day, or the discussion. I know everybody. You guys are so sick that everybody wants Raleigh to outshine everything. Nah. But the left, I didn't even really talk about him yet. I let everybody, you guys bring it up. So for Raleigh, the hook action that's just what it is. The left hook, that's just what it is. Is that whole I'm gonna, boil you over type of shit. Errol Spence kind of fights like that, but it's controlled. Errol Spence bowls you over, but it's controlled. He's trying to tank you, so he can say thanks very much, man down. But he's doing it in a controlled state. Okay, so the top is basically why fighters have to move the way they move today. Okay, and a lot of people just ain't gonna get that. Is why fighters have to move the way they move today. The reason you have to move the way you move today, one of the biggest things is because nobody has a solid position. Or if you do have a solid position, you don't have any kind of ranking and no title. And we'll talk about that. You just don't. You don't have a title or nothing else. You're what they call a fan boy, fan girl favorite. You're not even a fan favorite. You're just a fan boy and fan girl favorite. So the problem being, that's why there's no purse. And there's no purse to be had. That's why everybody's searching. So we talked about certain levels about what Bud did and all that with the black prime and all that. And I wasn't hating on it, but I was just saying, get with somebody who's tested. Now, the reason they got to do all that is because he has the name and everything else, but guess what? He just doesn't have the, sit your ass down on that seat and watch me fight. He don't have that like Wilder does. Wilder has that, sit your ass down and watch me knock this motherfucker out. It's a little different. Yeah, Benavidez get hit too much, but I'm not sold on Plant's power. Benavidez can take over and keep Plant on the back foot with his offensive attack. Yes, that can totally happen. But what I'm seeing with Plant is that I'm seeing that that's the game plan, that they know that's what he's going to do. So for Plant, watch and see, mark the words that I say, is Plant is going to be angling the shit out that boy. He's going to be angling and moving. That's why he wants a bigger ring. And they already decided that they was going to let him have a big ring. They said so he can run. No, it's not so he can run. So he can just outmaneuver your ass in a better space. Matter of fact, I'm not sold on Benavidez, going in there getting the knockout. I'm not really completely sold on it. Just because one person knocks somebody out don't mean that you going to get the knockout opportunity. Especially if he comes in there in shape, because he's fighting heavier, so that means he's going to come in. He's probably going to have better stamina and everything else. Not going to be dehydrated. And I'm speaking about Plant. But good observation, good point. We'll see how that plays out. I'm never wrong. No, I'm just kidding. I'm always wrong because Eagle don't know shit. Eagle, you don't know shit about nothing. Eagle don't know shit about boxing. I don't know shit. So, right back to it again. So, one of the things of why we're not having, why we have to worry about fights falling through, and why we just can't get the fights. Anyway, shout out to Fulton. If he does make that trip going over to the fight anyway, because he said he ain't scared to lose his O. I've listened to his interviews. I ain't scared to lose my O like some people scared. Everybody's scared. We're in that scared to not look perfect realm. Everybody's scared to not, I got to look perfect. I can't be losing this shit. You're going to lose. All of y'all not gonna retire undefeated. Yes, you're gonna retire 25-0 and just quit. That ain't gonna bring you that shit. That might not bring you Hall of Fame until you get 90 years old. Yeah. Look at salute to Lala D coming in with her bullshit. It's Bud, this powerful pound king. Nobody care nothing about. I don't care nothing about Bud. Let me get on Bud too though. Bill, he can't sell. He can't sell. He's not a seller. And we just in that part of the top. Oh, she said something there. She got my hearts up. Speaking of Hall of Fame, tee hee. Yeah, so like I said, these fighters want to just retire. They want to keep their old, and somebody's old must go. And that's just what it is. But you know, it's just what it is. But back to what we're saying is that you do not have a clear cut good guy in a good position. Not a lot. We don't have enough good guys in a nice, clear, clean air. Well, oh yeah, he's clean. Everybody wants to pay to see him. Blah 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 blah. We don't have very many. We got like a handful, and when I say a handful, might not even 5 fingers might not have to close on the whole 5 of them because it might only be 3 or 4. Now, we got these so-called boogeymans and all this shit, but that's not working. We don't have a bad guy. Or we don't have enough clear-cut bad guys. We have to have some more clear-cut bad guys so we don't have to worry about the purses. We need somebody to be the bad guy. Floyd Mayweather, believe it or not, got to where he was from being more or less a bad guy. The big mouth, changing his name all the time. Pretty boy Floyd. Then he started getting a little bit of money, went to Flamboyant. Then after Flamboyant, he got even more money and went to Money. And people can't stand that. So we have to have at least a couple or even one to stand up and you have to be that jerk. You have to be that arrogant one. But then again, you have to back it up. Now, just because you're wearing fur coats and fur boots and it's hot outside and you got on shades, doesn't mean that you're going to scare somebody or you're going to make somebody follow you. I'm going to follow this guy. He's crazy. No. Being crazy and being skillful is different. Now, you can be crazy and skillful and powerful, then that's a great combination. But if you're just crazy, people look at you like, oh, he's just crazy. Like I said, we have to explore that. And like I said, part of the discussion as Raleigh, he needs psychological help along with the physical training also. Because, like I said, it's a Forrest Gump type of syndrome. Is that you're going to have to hold up signs so he can do the right thing. If you don't hold up signs that he does the right thing, then he's going to fail you every time. Let me see. I didn't want to miss what you wrote, brother. I see what you got. He said, I'm betting Plant win. He seemed calm and collective at the weigh-in. Benavidez was either trying to sell the fight or acting weird. He was acting weird to me. He was doing too much, man. He was on like some kind of race type of shit. He was all over the place. Him and his team, man, they was all weird. Like they know that this guy he's gonna have to get in shape and then he's gonna have to chase it. They know that he's gonna be swinging for the fences at a lot of times. That's what I see. I see that they not as confident. They wasn't as calm and collective. You know, you reading off of cue cards. Anytime you guys start reading off of cue cards, I don't know about you. Y'all always reading off of some kind of paper. Just go in there and say what you got to say. You already done rehearsed it? Get in front of the mirror at home and rehearse what you got to say to somebody. Anyway, Lala D says, Sir Flame, she got the fire up good. Of course, she got 2 hearts in a circle, in another flame, and then y'all, sir. She got the hearts up. Sir Flame says, salute the queen at Lala D. Lala D. Let's go, Benavidez. Yeah, where's his fans at, though? I didn't go get to see your video, but I saw it pop up. David Sandoval, Bud for broke down fighters. Damn, broke. They got. He said they got broke. He said they got the broke by Triple G and Spence and fought Khan. They got KO'd by Canelo and lost to Danny Garcia. And he fights someone no one knows. Damn. So David Sandoval, those type of responses are the type of responses that we have already addressed before. But if you talk to Bud Crawford fans, they gonna like, no, Earl didn't do all that, and Triple G didn't do all that. Bud fought him. They just fought him first, and they gonna suck up about it. Now, a lot of your sentiment, I understand, and I totally agree with it. Because I already told people this, that Khan was already, he had that Khan chin. I already told him that. And I told him that I said, Brook is already beat up on. But I had a lot of people arguing that Earl didn't beat up on him like that. Yeah, Earl breaks people's face. And everybody's missing that point. Look at Danny Garcia's face after Earl Spence. Look at Ugas' face after Earl Spence. That's what he does. He breaks people's face up and just breaks them. They're not the same after fighting that guy for some reason. They have mental breakdowns, like Danny Garcia had a mental breakdown, and then they're crying, oh, I'm back. Had mental stress. And same thing with the other Garcia, Mikey Garcia. Supposed to do all the beating of Earl and all that until he got pummeled. Yeah, but anyway. I'm tired of this bad guy argument. We need more solid boxing fans. No. Lala D, you're missing the point, my dear. My dear, this is called entertainment, and it's called prize fighting. You, being the prizeful fan, are not going to bring enough money, and you're not going to put enough butts in the seat by just getting regular fans. You need casuals and people that's just not even just casuals. You need people that don't know shit about, I really don't know shit about boxing besides just casual. You need all of them in order to get the sport back to where it needed to be. There's still a lot of money in it, but the money is not still being guarded by those guards and those gatekeepers. You need a bad guy. I'm not going to sit there and fight with you about it. You need bad guy, you need good guy. But you cannot use, all the time, you cannot use these social media guys as the so-called good guy to bring in all their fake fans or their fans. Oh, I thought he was going to do better than that. You can't, that doesn't work. It just does not work. Over the long haul, it doesn't work. Because soon as these Jake Pauls and these people and these Ryan Garcia, as soon as they meet a real one, it's going to be over with for them. All the fanfare and all that. Oh, we still like you. We still big fans. Good. They can take that with them, but we need something that's more artificial. We need something that's more solid there. That's what I'm saying. And I'm speaking to Lala D, but I'm speaking to everybody out there. Now, you can argue with Eagle if you want to. But Sir Flame said, I like Benavidez, but I was taking Charlo over him. I'm just he said, I'm not sold on Plant yet, but the Durrell fight showed me a little. Yeah, it can show you a little bit. Look at it. She going on David, talking about, shut up, David. David Sandoval. I'm just saying, Lala D, leave him alone. Yeah, but Lala D again, Bud fought and stopped Porter. But you make an excuse for that one too. I'm not gonna make up an excuse. Porter got beat up before he bought Bud. He wasn't never gonna beat Bud anyway though. It was just a bad matchup because he couldn't keep the same. The thing with Sean Porter, it wasn't physical. It was mental with him. It was something wrong that he couldn't sustain. I don't know what it was. It's just he was doing too good for himself. And he just couldn't maintain it. I see you down there, Gil Cole. Salute. I'm just trying to get through this chat. Salute to Gil Cole. Gil Cole came in and said, Benavidez is going to rearrange Plant's hairline. Lala D, Gil Cole, she crying. She said 100. Yeah, we'll see. Porter was never stopped until then. Well, he was never stopped. He was beat up. Believe me. I was there listening to it live. I like to bring that fact up that I was right there listening to and watching the real crowd, how they was reacting to some of the punches he was taking, some of them body shots. If you asked him, as a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna go through all this. If you ask him who put the most damage on him, he'll tell you who put the most damage on him, and he's not gonna say Crawford for sure, 100%. Look at Lala D. Sir Flame facts. What it do, get Gil Coles? Sir Flame said hello at Lala D. Now y'all Sir speaking, got a smile. Man, stop smiling. You ain't said nothing in 20 minutes, and now Lala D's in here. You heard me say her name. Mrs. Hussein, yeah, Miss Hussein, y'all Sir is in here flirting again. I told you, dear, last time he always do that when Lala come in talking about, oh, that's my sister. Lala, y'all Sir said salute fam at Gil Coles. Gil Coles said, hey, Lala D, y'all Sir. She said, I shouted at you earlier. Gil Coles is at Sir Flame 100, and y'all Sir Gil Coles is said y'all Sir 100. And then y'all Sir, I saw that at Lala D. Put the thumbs up. Lala D said, Earl didn't break Porter's face, but guess who stopped Porter? I'll wait. Oh, my goodness. I'm not even going to, it's not even no argument with you. I'm not arguing about it. Bud could at least fight Boots, Thurman, Ugas. Those are the points right there, David Sandoval. That's what people is not getting. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Because even Derek Bailey was in here. We didn't even know who this guy was. We hadn't really seen this guy like fight somebody who was like so great or something. The guy that what's his name? What's his name? The last guy that Bud just beat. What was his resume like? Gil Cole said, nah, Eagle. I remember people said that Bud needed to fight Porter. I never said he needed to fight Porter. I said he needed to fight somebody up. I needed to fight somebody up at top. This is okay. So this is okay. Do you remember this then? So don't start no shit with me because I got how my memory is. Do you remember? Or do you remember? Or do you remember? Or you don't remember? That Ugas was calling Bud's ass out a lot. It was saying that I whooped that ass. I whooped that ass as an amateur, and I will whoop that ass as a professional. Do you not remember that? So if anything, that fight should have been made before Horn or anybody else. But we glad that he went and got the Horn fight. He could have fought Ugas way before Ugas even got a belt. Gil Coles. People's equals a son there. Okay. Whatever. Lala D. You in here. Hey, don't let Ryan come up in here. Because you know Ryan going to get you. Gil Coles got a message out here. At Gil Coles, I said that he needed to fight Porter. Okay. So Sir Flame said he needed to fight Porter. Cynthia, did you see poor Raleigh? Yeah, that's part of the topic that we had. They already brought that up before I can even get to it. And that's what because we had talked about before in the other show, we talked about, we dig deeper than other people dig. So we talked about the mental health issues and stuff for some of these fighters. And like I said, psychologically, Raleigh needs a trainer that is, like I said, that can get into the mind. Because you have to, this guy you have to keep focused. To get him at the B+ level on up until elite status, you have to keep him focused. He's not that type. He can't stay focused. See, Tank Davis is at a professionalism at a level to where he can hold conversations with people outside the ring and still stay concentrated, even though I don't really like that as much, but he can still stay concentrated on what's going on in the ring. Floyd Mayweather was good at that too, answering questions when somebody's talking about football while he's boxing. That's how comfortable. That's when you're real comfortable. But when you can't even decide what you're going to do, when you just come in and swinging for the fences and you're just all tight and leaving your chin up, you're going to get clipped. Simple as that. Let me see what else. Let's see what else my friend got here. Yeah, Raleigh. Oh, let me see David. Y'all ain't going to be picking on David that early, man. He just came in here trying to support, and y'all jumping on him. I thought Porter was winning the fight against Bud before he got dropped. See, there you go. There you go. That's exactly what I said. What he's saying is just what I cleared up earlier. Is I said that wasn't a physical thing with him. It was just, like I said, boxing is a mind game. And Porter still I don't know. He's thinking about interviewing somebody or what. I don't know what he was thinking about. Maybe he was thinking about, I got this. I don't know. But something mentally happened to Porter in that fight. It wasn't because he was getting brutally beat up. Man, go back and watch the fight. God dang. Y'all act like Bud is just so, his punches when he hits somebody, he just totally dominating and crushing them. But I seen Gamboa hurt him. Gamboa like 4'8". And he hurt Bud. Stop, man. Y'all stop acting like Bud is made out of concrete. Y'all gonna see if he ever fight Earl, man. I need to go to that fight, man. I'm gonna get all the shots I can. Bud's gonna get hurt. And what y'all thinking he's not going to get hurt, that's if Earl is exactly the way Earl is. Earl had 2 terrible car accidents too. But, but he's going to get hurt. So we'll just see. And if he don't get hurt, y'all can make me be quiet. That was when I wasn't sold on Bud. I said he needed to be tested. Okay. That's why you had brought up the thing about fighting Porter. Yep. Sir Flame said that, David Sandoval. That's what makes it even worse if they tell you that you're losing, then you turn around and do that. Right. But he's sitting there winning, though. Most people in here thought that he was winning. As Sir Flame, he said, me too. So we can't downplay the fight. Yeah. Well, you guys, when you guys are saying, so what David Sandoval is saying is that we expected a better fight a better opponent for Bud. He's saying a lot of other stuff, but if you guys going to throw your hat in the ring, if you're going to give him all these high accolades, then how come he needs to have fought somebody else? God dang, man, y'all just hard-headed, man. Y'all cannot pay attention to the conversation. It's just that at least you can, if you're going to disagree with David, at least disagree with him, but at the same time, maybe say, yeah, we would have liked to see a different fight, another fighter or something. And not even if it's not even a discussion about the Porter. We don't even have to bring up the Porter, but after Porter, come on, you're only going up, not going down. You're only going up. It seemed like to me Earl is going up. Besides mandatories, it seemed like Earl's fights, he's like going up. I get this strap. They get this strap. It seemed like he's going up. And another thing. Now let's jump on this wagon just for a second. When we start talking about negotiations and purses and stuff, man, ask you a simple question. 2 questions. How did Bud negotiate and get a purse so quick with the guy that he fought, in which nobody could even bring his name up? I like the way Derek says his name. Cracked me up. But anyway, how come that didn't happen? And how come it seems like when everybody wants to blame Al Haymon for everything, isn't it Fulton? Fulton always says that Al Haymon let him do whatever he wants. But he don't let Earl do what he want to? Something sound kind of fishy. Because why would he be one way with one person and a different way with a different person? Don't make sense. And as a side note, congratulations to LeBron James. Oh, he is the all-time leading scorer in the NBA now. Surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was the best basketball player of all times. And a lot of people will argue, talking about Michael Jordan and all that. No. Even if you call LeBron is the best scorer, Kareem was the best basketball player, and you can argue if you want to. Look what he did in high school. Look what he did in college, all the way up into the NBA. Got just as many rings as Michael Jordan. Think about this. He dominated in high school, dominated in college, and dominated in the NBA. The 3 levels that count, he dominated. And that's when they took some of the stuff out of the game, like, oh, you can't dunk or nothing. He would have even more points if he was dunking in high school. I mean, in college and all that. Yeah. But nobody, I'm not downplaying the fight, but I'm trying to put in perspective, but it's not resonant. It's not going into people's mind that something was wrong with that boy during that fight. You see, he even retired afterwards. Come on now. Why would you retire after something like that? Your dad throw the towel. Oh, yes, son, we're done. You didn't got knocked down. It's over with. he still sounded like he got his faculties of me. He's not slurring the speech or nothing else. It was something else, man. I don't know. And maybe that I'm talking about this subject, but maybe it was something even deeper than that. Yeah. Some say the knockdown is what won the fight for Spence versus Porter. I don't think so. He didn't have to knock him down in that round. He would have still won. It was just different. If I wasn't there, then I would have. I might have thought it was a draw or something, or I might even thought Porter won if I wasn't there. But just watching, it's different live, man. Because the way that they do the production for boxing, you got to realize that boxing, when you watch it on TV, it's a production. You're not watching the fight as the fight is really going on. You think you are. You're watching it live, all right. Probably a 5-second delay. They have to give so much of a delay, but it's produced. They're cutting from this camera to that camera. But if you're watching, oh shit, do you see what happened? Just that split second, every time they change the angle, you're missing something. Because it's a production. You guys don't understand that yet. I try to teach you that, but you don't want to listen. But anyway, Asante, that's not true. That's what we appreciate about Bud. He's not just destroying people the whole fight. But look how they all end. Yeah, okay. I'm on Bud's side with you. I love Bud too. Why do everybody think I'm against Bud? I'm not against Bud. You guys ran David Sandoval out of here for some reason, and he should have He should have stayed here with his comments because he was making sense. It's the people that come in here that don't make no sense at all. Those are the people I don't like in here. But he was making sense. He was bringing up stuff that I bring up and other people bring up. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not a Bud hater. I don't hate none of these fighters. I love boxing. I want to see, now, to be honest with yourself. The last opponent that Bud fought, could you in your mind have replaced him with another fighter that you would have rather seen? Now answer that. Now watch everybody avoid the question and not even answer. Watch that. That's how you guys do. You only respond to what you want to respond to. Even if you have an opinion about something else, you're not going to respond to something. If I make sense, you're not going to respond. A son there, she said, I guess you didn't hear Spence in the phone recording when he clearly said Heyman didn't want Bud for Spence. He wanted Thurman. Thank me later. That's not what. See, but that's not. You missed the whole point. I said that Earl can do what he wants to. He listens. Why does he listen? I'm not even going to tell you because clearly you guys don't understand. Why do you think Earl listens to Al Heyman? Can somebody write down why Earl listens to Al Heyman so that I don't have to do it? Because somebody missed the point. This is David Sandoval. He says, stand your ground. It's okay if I ether you. She said, I ether there too. And he's just fine. Yeah, you do. You're part of the Ethernet. You're part of the Ethernet here on the internet, Lala D. We love you for it. And you know you can't never bring me no smoke nowhere. You know I'm a no care person. You already know. Everybody should know that. Oh, he's still here. He's still here. Y'all didn't run him off. He got balls. He said y'all ain't just running me off like y'all run everybody else off. He said he ain't scared of blue, but is a very good fighter. I would just want to see him fight on his level. But the last fight was a joke. I didn't even want to see the fight. Okay, and as you notice also, David Sandoval, when I asked that question, if one of these so-called Bud fans in here could have replaced the last fighter that Bud fought, who would they have replaced him with? Or would they have replaced that fighter with somebody else? And if you notice, none of them said anything, not one word. See, that's bias as hell. Because guess what? If Earl gets knocked the F out, guess what? In here, guess what happens? Because I'm not a fan of none of them. I can't. I like some of the stuff they do, like as a grown folk or something like that. I can like what they do. I like your energy or whatever. I can like something. But if you get knocked the F out and we have to talk about you in here, we're going to talk about you. We had to talk about Raleigh in sparring. We had just did like a mental breakdown Monday or Friday. I can't remember exactly which show it was. But when that happens, we have to discuss other things in boxing. We don't. This is a different type of forum because we discuss stuff on different levels. We might discuss the same thing that everybody else discussed, but we're gonna cover different levels of it. Is the mental there? Because you can't look at things as just being point blank. It's not like taking some scissors and cutting out a figure. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. It's just 2-dimensional. No, people are more than 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional, 5-dimensional, 6-dimensional. People are different, and so sometimes you got to analyze and look at the difference in people. I just don't. The thing with me that disturbs me about the Porter fight is that Porter was too happy. He was too happy. He was all confused with the fight, like, oh, he was all like this, like, shit, doing the shoulder shrug and shit like that, and before you know it, the towel's in. And I'm like, wait a minute. It just didn't. I don't know. It just looks too happy. Like, okay, I guess he proved the point. He won. I can't beat him. Or whatever it was. I don't know. I don't know what it was. But you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to just end my discussion on just thinking one way about something. Because we could all be wrong about something. But I got all these, I must be right people in here. So I must be right people. And then when they're not right, they still almost must be right, which is okay. I don't mind that. But keep the same energy. Keep the same energy, and I don't want no excuses, but just keep the same energy. I don't have any excuses because I don't rock with them like that. I don't like some of the stuff that certain people do, even with Bud. Sometimes I don't like the energy. Oh, I missed that question. I would have replaced him with Ortiz or someone more known. Okay, there you go. But at least you came back and answered the question, Lottie. See, most of the people this Bud riding or strap riding. I'm not gonna call you strap riders, but most of the people that's riding with Bud, they can't even think of a replacement. Oh, he fought the right person at the right time, and see. But then they'll shit on Mayweather's resume and stuff. Oh, he ain't fighting nobody. He fought a bunch of champions. He's fought who he needed to fight. Mayweather started off at 132, right? Mayweather, when he debuted, it was at 130, right? Against some fighter, I forget his name. It's this funny name fighter. But he debuted at 130, right? And fought all the way up to 154. And was still whooping them at 154. He just whooped everybody. He made the leap from 135 all the way up to 147. To fight Oscar De La Hoya, right? Come on. There's nobody making jumps and shit like that. Bud ain't called nobody out as a 130 pounder. He ain't called nobody out at welterweight and then jumped up there and fought him. So like I said, this whole generation of fighters is just not cut out to what it needs to be. And you guys that are in the same generation, you guys are just mad and upset because these generations are taught to be envious and mad and crazed out about past generations. Except for me, I celebrate it. I always tell myself, because of my day and time right now, I couldn't, what my great grandfather went through and things that he did and his strength and everything else, I couldn't fit his shoes. Same thing with my grandfather, same thing with my father. I couldn't fit their shoes. But everybody else right now, what they do is they throw all the older folks in the back of the bus and say, sit your ass down, I'm better than you. You ain't better than nobody because you got computers or whatever else. Put your ass out in the middle of the woods, you'll just die in a few days. You wouldn't know how to drink, eat. You wouldn't even know what to eat. You'd be out there eating poison and end up poisoning yourself. All you're doing is preserving yourself for some wild animals to come eat. Shut your ass up and sit your ass down. Okay, Lotta D talking to me nice. She said, hey. Okay, hey, Cynthia. You know who hates Bud. Oh. Yeah. She said, IOTBA. Okay. If Bud is seen drinking a Pepsi. She said, what is that? IOTBA. will make a video titled, "Oh, okay, I see what she. Yeah, Bud can't even handle a Coke." Damn. Do they hate Bud like that? Hey, I don't think nobody's trying to hate. Oh no, we're not. With me, I don't hate the fighters. I don't, even when it comes to Fury, when I talk about, I don't like some of the stuff. Like, I don't like Canelo. I will never really like Canelo. He can't show me nothing. It's too late for him to show me something. Tyson Fury, I can't like them. They can't show me nothing. Just like if Margarita was still fighting, he couldn't show me nothing to make me like him. There's a lot of fighters who I just couldn't like. I just can't like them. You can't give the sport that you in. You can't like dog the sport that you in and then just come back and act like ain't nothing happened. I don't like that shit. The whole thing of when somebody does something, they know they do something wrong and come back trying to make it seem like everything is smelling fresh. I can't stand that shit. Oh, it's all clean now. Everything's great now, isn't it? Stop it. Stop it. Lala crying. Gil crying. Eaglesweb got his Rick James money boots on. Looking for a couch, yeah. Yeah, F your couch, Gil. Well, you got a white couch, Gil? I'll put my boots on, brother. F your couch. Okay, David Sandoval said, Canelo fan here, man. Okay, well, I'm not going to clean my act up, David, because you in my show. I'm not going to clean up. I don't like Canelo. I think he's a cheater and he's a hider. And you prove me wrong that he's not a hider and that he didn't cheat, that Mexican beef ain't no good for you. Like you never had Mexican beef. And then he's not hiding. And he's fighting everybody he need to fight. And how come he didn't fight Bivol twice? How come he didn't get that re-up? Remember when Floyd Mayweather had hurt his shoulder? Who'd he fight? Was it Castillo? He fought Castillo, right? He came back and beat him. He came right back and beat him, right? I needed to see Canelo have some re-ups. I needed to see Canelo fight Trout again. I needed to see Canelo fight Lara again. I needed to see Canelo fight Bivol again. Sorry. I don't like him. He said, no, man, I'm just saying. Okay, yeah, because, yeah, I'm going to be my way. I don't think I can't be swayed and changed or something like that, because it's still just my opinion. It's just a show. I don't know shit. So it's just my opinion and it's my show. These guys jump on me all the time. As you can see, nothing but laughing faces. And that's all they do is laugh and clown me and bother me all the time. Especially when Lala D comes in, because that's one of our ladies that comes in. That's their queen. And so when she comes in, they'll stick behind her. They so scared of her because she thinks she's the Ethernet. She thinks she's the ether queen, that she can come in and just smother just smoke people out. This ain't no smoke podcast, but you can't just smoke me out. A lot of days she can come smoke me out. I can come smoke you out. She put a show's name up there, you see. I just read it just the way it is. IOTBA. Yeah. And there's other people. I've seen shows that are totally like 100%, like they're like just against Bud. And I'm not with somebody just being against somebody and else there's like reasons. Now, there's always arguments, but I can't be like against Bud, but I could just not like some of the stuff that Bud's doing. Like, damn, dude, how come you didn't fight him, man? Damn, man. As a fan, this is what I would prefer. God dang. Okay, and well, in the welterweight division, here we go again. How many fights did Bud have? How many fighters did Bud fight at welterweight that we could have done without, that we didn't really need to see? Can you name any fighters that Bud fought that you didn't really need to see at welterweight? Like, nah, we didn't need to see that. Think about it, because okay, let me change the way I say it just a little bit. Okay, so at Bud's level, when he moved up to welterweight, at his level, being a champion, an undisputed champion, moving up to welterweight, How many fighters, and you can name them or you can just put the number, how many fights could we have done without Bud fighting? Could we have had any replacements for any of those fighters? David Sandoval said, he said Anthony Joshua looking bad. We're not even really talking about AJ, but that's bad, bro. That's bad news, man. He said AJ looking bad. And again, David Sandoval, what we were talking about earlier, to start it off. So that's why I had we talked about that left hook. And see, a lot of people understood. And here, they knew what I was talking about. So everybody came in, they talking about Raleigh right away. And some of these guys just don't have that mental stability that you need to be in this game at a certain level. Anthony Joshua can still beat up a lot of heavyweights. But it's not necessarily going to reflect his mind per se. But what it is going to reflect their abilities. It's not that their mind doesn't want to beat him. It's just that their abilities don't allow them to beat him. Just like when I was talking about Raleigh. You can't be on a certain level when you have the attention span of like a Forrest Gump. But even Forrest Gump, once you taught him something, and he said he would, and so I didn't want to go there. So Raleigh can actually be worse than the Forrest Gump. Because at least when you told Forrest Gump to do something, he did it. And he was like, why'd you do this so fast? You know, when the sergeant was asking why did he take his weapon apart so fast, he said, you told me to, Sergeant. He said, that's outstanding, Gump. He said, if it wasn't such a waste of a great soldier, I'd recommend you for officers training school. But that's the line, is that I use Forrest Gump, but it's a good example, but at the same time it's not, because once you taught him something, he would learn. He learned how he knew he could fight, that's for sure. So everything they taught him in the Army, everything they taught him, they stuck with him. But a lot of these guys, if they're flawed, they're not getting corrected. But then everybody wants to jump. Everybody wants to boost up their side as trainer of the year and all that shit. I was like, oh my, here we go. Everybody wants to be trainer of the year. Whoever can straighten this guy out will be trainer of the year. If you can get him straightened out, because I think there's still some hope for him. I don't want to throw him underneath the bus. I still think there's hope for him. All the stiff and hard shit that's gonna get him hurt. His mental focus. He needs to be out. Can someone please explain to Santea that Errol has fought people we didn't need to see also? Lala D missed the question. All my nieces and them. But Lala D, you missed what I said. I said at the level. At his level when he moved up. Undisputed, he moved up, right? Just like if Earl moved up and he's unified champion in 154. There's people I wouldn't want to see Earl fight. So can somebody please explain to Lala what I'm saying? So Gil Cole said one. He just says Avanesian. He said that's it. David Sandoval saw he's fighting some guys named Franklin. I don't think no one knows. He could have fought Wilder or Joyce or Andy. 3, yeah. Yeah, he could have got the Andy 3 up in there, huh? Andy 3 would have put them paws on him. Maybe. Yeah. He's just probably maybe stronger than Andy Ruiz, so he knows how to wrestle and get through the fight and get a W. But back to what I was saying, is that there's levels mentally when it comes to this boxing game. It's not really a game. People think you play it, but it's not. And you're going to see a lot of these, not even paper, you can't even call them paper champions, but all these fan favorites that are just throwing themselves into professional ring, and they're doing all these sparring sessions, all these exhibitions. Somebody's going to end up getting hurt. They gonna pick the wrong person that they gonna see that is meek and mild mannered, but they don't know that he's really a lion and he's just been waiting for somebody who he can exploit. Because you're gonna look at his fights like, oh, he ain't that dangerous. I think I can get him. And you're gonna get him in there and he's gonna beat the dog, you know what out of you, and that's gonna put some of this shit to the end. Ryan Garcia don't have no kind of belt or nothing like that, does he? Am I mistaken? Does he have like 2 or 3 different belts that y'all know about? He's fighting Tank Davis because of his speed, power, and popularity. And that's why I was saying earlier, we need a real bad guy and a real good guy in boxing. Because all these Twitter fans and TikTok fans and tag fans and Instagram and Snapchat and all these different kind of fan base fighters and stuff like that, athletes, these people are they making so much money doing this other stuff. One of them's going to end up getting hurt because they playing boxing. And just because you done good in sparring and it's a lot different. A lot of people think they're going to do what they're going to do to Tank until Tank actually clips them. So everybody's doing good up until the point where they get hit by Tank. Everybody always feel that way. And I listen to Tank. Tank sound like he real. A lot of people don't like Tank, but he sound like he real. Because he said he touched all of them. He said he touched Haney. Even Adrian Broner said that Tank touched Haney, almost knocked Haney's ass out in a sparring session. And he said he touched all of them. He said he touched Stevenson. He said, I touched him. Said he cracked. Matter of fact, he said he cracked him. And I believe him. That he didn't crack some of these fighters. A lot of these fighters know, hey, Tank cracked. Huh? And just because you got power don't always mean something. Because we see how Raleigh's old, even Floyd Mayweather was bragging on Raleigh's power. And I could say something very, I'm not even going to say mean, but it would be kind of cruel. I could say something. But if you look at Raleigh's mentality, you realize, how was he brought up through the ranks? See, but the thing is, all that stuff doesn't work on everybody, because some people, like, if you're smart in the streets, then you take it other places with you. Just because you're smart in books don't mean you take it with you everywhere, because it's not needed everywhere. But street smarts goes a long ways. And I'm not knocking book smarts and nothing like that. That's not what the point is. Everybody tries to miss my point. Everybody tries not to come up with any names. Like even when I ask who somebody should have fought, nobody can think of nothing. No, I can't think. Nobody. All of a sudden, everything draws a blank. You see, because they want their point to be clean and clear if they like somebody. So who could Ryan Garcia have fought before even fighting Tank? Is there somebody else he could have fought to really show itself? Huh? Are we getting fights to where these fighters are fighting who they should be fighting next? I think the Plant versus Benavidez is a strong statement for boxing. I think it's a strong statement for boxing. Because you're looking at somebody who fought Canelo and was out and came back, fought Darrell, and just, did a phenomenal job. Now he's just like, as a matter of fact, up in another weight division and just like, calling out the Mexican monster and all this. It's like, wow. So those are the type of things when I ask about Bud or even Earl or whoever, when I ask about these fighters, what I'm asking is who they should have been fighting or who they fighting. I think that for what Plant's doing, it's a bigger step than what Bud just had. And people going to get mad because I said Bud. Oh, Bud, he just fought whoever, he got that bag. It was about the money. And you're going to start crying and get upset. You're going to start crying and getting upset. I've even heard an argument that, in here, that people get mad at Earl because he's not fighting a more or less a champion if he fights Keith. Keith is an ex-champion if he fights him out of the division 154. I got news for y'all. Earl might I'm telling you, Earl fight at 154. Earl, but may not come back down. Earl's first fight in welterweight was at like about 150, 152. His very first fight was at 152 pounds. Earl might say, "Oh shit, this feel good up here. I ain't got to starve myself as much. I'm coming in. Shit, I got like 50 more pounds of force on my punches. Shit, I'm gonna stay right here." And don't be surprised. Just don't be surprised because, like I said, some people up here, they think about more things than what you would think that they would. Oh, he gonna get you dropped back down at welterweight. Shit, Earl would not like. He would not if he does fight at 154. He's not gonna like welterweight no more. He's not gonna like it. You got a lot of people that are saying, you got professional like great fighters that are actually saying. I heard a good fighter say that. He said that this shit. She said Earl can fight anywhere at any division he want to fight at. Said he'll be good. They said he'll be good at 154. He'll be good at 160. Said Earl, he's just a good fighter. You see. But I have never, I don't claim these. You guys know who my favorite fighter is right now, and it's not even because of boxing. It's because they just feel like, hey, that's my little nephew now, and that's just Tank. I like Tank Davis. I like his energy, man. His now keep the same energy. I like his energy. A lot of people don't like him because he got charges against him and all that. They think this and that. I'm not the one to judge him on that. They got a judicial system for that. If that's true, if it's not true, it's gonna come out in his favor. But no, he makes me laugh, man. Just listening to him, even when he was talking about Raleigh, he said that when they was telling him that Raleigh thought he won every round, and he was like, "Oh, salute to him," shout out to Raleigh. He was just like laughing and stuff, like, "I just knocked his ass out." What do you think he gonna say? Because he's insane. And like I told you guys, we need somebody that is going to take these guys and work with them because they don't. The custody models are gone. Those people that work with your psyche when it comes to boxing, most of they're gone. Now you have a lot of fighters say, "Oh, it's mental. It's not a physical game. It's mental." It is. It's mental and it's physical. For as like. You got to make sure that you have the stamina. So it's a stamina and mental game because everybody's going to have power. Like some people can overtake. Like I knew this guy's stronger than me. Ali fought people that were stronger, hit harder. But it's not always about how hard you hit. A lot of people think that Fulton is going to, in a way, is going to surprise him with power and all that. He don't care about that power. Matter of fact, don't be surprised if he don't get a stoppage. You understand? So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if he gets a stoppage. Yeah. But y'all couldn't even come up with a couple of names. Come on now. David Sandoval, he been in the chat today though. So he put down a few things. Yeah, we know he a Canelo fan. Yeah. I just see now, David. I would probably like Canelo. But for me, it was like a hype job, and I seen too many things that made me not want to roll with him. Because at one point he was always on some bullshit talking about he was born ready and all that. Yeah, you born ready, but you only born ready to fight who you want to fight. So that shit didn't make no sense. You can't be born ready to only fight who you feel like. Well, I'm born ready to fight whoever I feel like it. So, and then with the whole meat thing, him and the other cheating Coke boy and a lot of other ones, they get stopped for 6 or 7 banned substances and stuff like that. Y'all need to stop, man. That's why we need a bad guy and we need a good guy. Even though Lala D don't like it, we need a bad guy. We need a good guy. A clear bad guy. A clear bad guy that can get on all kinds of social media and make so many people hate him that they can't wait to come watch him lose. But not when I say bad guy, I mean bad guy like to make people hate you, that they want to pay to see you get destroyed but being a destroyer yourself. Just being somebody that you're so good that it's not gonna happen. So that's what I was saying, that we need that. But a lot of people didn't. You miss points. A lot of people want to have their points so much that they end up missing a point. Because I'm not even a be right type of person. I don't even necessarily want to be right. I just want to have a point. Just like anybody come in here. I respect everybody's point in here. Everybody know that if you have a point, yeah, you have a point. Yeah. And I appreciate you, David, for coming by, because a lot of these she couldn't handle you. She's talking about ether in you, but she didn't have enough information. She's working. A lot of my guys that's in here right now, they're all at work, so they can only have just limited responses and stuff. So I don't know where my brother at today, man. Where's El Presidente? Yeah, all my managers are here except for El Presidente. Well, not all of them, but a lot of y'all here. Where El Presidente, DB, D to the B ain't. He's missing out on the schedule and stuff. I'm going to have to check him. Yeah, he's supposed to be the administrator. He ain't nowhere around. He need to be up here in the Eagles Web. But hopefully we can get some good fights, y'all. We should not be suffering from any other fights, any bad fights. We're going to, just like David pointed out, how AJ is fighting. Who knows who the hell this is? Things of that nature. Some divisions we're gonna have fights that we don't want. But shout out to Fulton. If he can get this fight done, those are the kind of fights we need. Shout out to Plant. Win, lose, or draw. I got to shout out to those type of fighters who want the smoke and just don't care. Those are the kind of fighters that's getting a shout out. Shout out to little nephew Tank. I'm not shouting out for the same reason. I'm not going to shout him out because who he's fighting next, because I don't really care about Ryan Garcia. It's good for money, good for whoever thinks it's going to be good, and I don't think it's as dangerous for Tank as a lot of people think it is, because I know once Ryan gets touched, he's going to change. Anybody who fights Tank, they change once they get touched. See, I'm about to leave work. I'm about to go. You don't have to come back. I'll come see you. I'll come visit your. I'll look at some of your videos once I get a chance. Of course, I'll leave my comments like always, and mash that like button. But yeah, I always mash the like button when I come look at your reviews and stuff. But anyway, another shout out. Where that came from? Another shout out to LeBron James. He is the all-time NBA scoring leader today. And again, another shout out to all the true athletes that want to actually hit the top, hit the pinnacle, doing things that we felt they couldn't do. All you athletes is doing shit we know you could do. Yeah. Shout out to you too, I guess. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the whole chat. Anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. We're going to do it again. Hopefully I'll see y'all on Friday. We'll do Friday rap. Y'all know what it is. Every day, anytime you see me, it's nothing but peace, nothing but blessings. Y'all go out there and have the best day that you can have, because it's the only day that you can have. Believe that. Maybe Friday I can stay. I'm not 100% sure. Y'all be wanting long shows all the time. I don't know what it is, man. My contract is only for an hour. Y'all be wanting 3-hour shows, and 2.5-hour shows and 3-hour shows, man. It's like, we'll talk about it later. We'll come back and we'll talk again. I don't even have water today. Freaking lips all crusty and foaming at the mouth. All right. Y'all at home looking at me, look at that old crusty lip eagle. See y'all that's how bad y'all is. Y'all at home talk bad about me because you're looking at me. Look at him. Knowing he needs to drink some water. Spitting up cotton balls with your dry mouth. All right, I'm going to catch y'all, man.